I'm obviously the better half of this travelling duo.
Definitely.
I'm going to be usurping the starring role very shortly.
So what local delicacy have you got there?
I've got some delicious rice on the stick.
They're nice to have a little wander around when you're not getting too crushed. So we say goodbye to those heading back to Xiamen. Holding back the tears. Our next destination is Huangshan, best known for its mountains. We're going to have a hike up there on one of the days. The city we're actually based in, though, is called Huangshan City, previously called Tunxi, I believe. That's a bit further south from the mountains, but it's the more central hub where we can sort of get accommodation and also get to other places as well. So yeah, we just have to go and get the bus to Fuzhou rail station, and then we are on our way to Huangshan North railway station. As we speed off towards Huangshan, I thought it might be a good time to introduce you to the person who you're probably going to see a fair amount of over the next few vlogs and destinations as we are travelling together for the next week. So say hello to Rhian.
Hi guys.
She is from Wales.
I'm from Wales.
So we didn't actually meet until we got here in China, and we're on the same program together, but we got put in a sort of chat group before we came, and we both knew that we wanted to go travelling after the program finished. So being my very organised self, you're trying to get everything sorted, I pushed her to book everything before we left. So we booked this little trip of various stops on the way to Shanghai, and that is what we are on to now. Anything else you'd like us to know about you, or?
Not really. I mean, I'm obviously the better half of this travelling duo.
Definitely.
I'm going to be usurping the starring role very shortly. That's about it.
Cool, great. We have just started the journey, and we are now going to head over to the hot water point to get some hot water for our pot noodles for lunch. And then it's just sit back and try and relax on the way to Huangshan. But we have been put in the rather predicament of all our luggage is by our knees because the luggage racks are pretty full at the moment. We will head off to Huangshan, and I'm really hoping that these noodles actually taste great. Have finally made it here to Tunxi. We dropped our bags off at our hostel. Tunxi isn't really, a tourist destination. It's more where you sort of base yourself in order to go and visit other places. But we are currently walking to Laoji, which is the old street square, I guess. The most touristy place in town. We'll just head down there and take a look. So what local delicacy have you got there?
I've got some delicious rice on the stick. But it's colourful rice on a stick, which makes it more exciting.
Yeah, I initially thought it was going to be some cake. It looked quite cake-like. Not so.
No, it's just rice roasted.
Yeah, we will see what other delicacies we can find on the street. Had a lovely little walk around the old street and got a bite to eat there. For the rest of this evening, it was just spent planning tomorrow, really. Rhian and I are heading for the nearby villages known as Hongcun and Xidi. They were apparently used in the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon movie as sort of film sets. So hopefully they'll be really lovely to have a look around. The hostel here does a one-day tour to them, so we have booked in on that as we think it's going to be cheaper than actually doing it ourselves, considering that you have to pay an entrance fee per village. I will head off, get some rest. Hopefully we'll get a nice trip to the villages out tomorrow if the rain holds off. Have been given free time by the guide to have a look around Hong Kong village by ourselves for the next 2 hours-ish. Although, to be honest, pretty much a lot of that was taken up by just trying to cross the main bridge over the lake, considering how busy it is. We will have a wander around, see what we can find. Started off by hitting the small streets that weren't on the tourist route just to get away from the crowds for a bit. But on the tourist route there are a series of halls that you can go in. Most have these notice boards outside, including a paragraph in English that you can read about the hall, when it was built and what purpose it has. They definitely get busy and a bit crowded when all the tour groups are trying to fit themselves in. But yeah, they're nice to have a little wander around when you're not getting too crushed. Our time in Hong Kong is not over. We are heading up to our next stop, which I believe is somewhere where we can grab some lunch. We have now travelled here to Xidi Village. It is apparently the most popular village for tourists to come to. Hopefully get inside soon once the guide has sorted out our tickets and take a look around the second village of the day. Xidi is similar to Hongkong in the sense that you spend your time just wandering around the streets, having a look in the shops that the locals have set up, whether they are sort of food shops or tea shops or wood carvings and a variety of different things. And then there are also the halls and courtyards as well here. It's just a case of having a wander around and soaking in the atmosphere. And with that, our time is up here in Xidi Village. It's been lovely to look around, both here and Hongcun. We've been in Xiamen, Hong Kong and Fuzhou so far, some big bustling cities. So it's been nice to get out and explore a bit of rural China for a change. All there is to do now is hop back on the coach and we will head back, grab some dinner and plan our day for tomorrow. Our trip for tomorrow is going to be rather strenuous because we are heading over to the Huangshan scenic area and are going to be climbing the Huangshan mountains, or the Yellow Mountains as they're sometimes called. So we have to get a bus tomorrow which leaves at 5:40 in the morning, which will be pleasant. That bus goes to a town called Tanko, and we then have to get a separate bus into the scenic area itself. So we will get that to the base of the mountain and then we will start the climb. We are climbing up tomorrow, staying on the peak of the mountain in a hotel there for one night, and then climb down the day after pretty rapidly for our onward journey. I definitely need to head to bed now so I can get some rest before our 5:40 starts. Hey, thanks for watching this latest episode of the vlog. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it and head down to the comment section below if you have any questions about anything at all to do with my time here in China. And if you would like to know how I end up tackling the Huangshan mountains and hiking up here to see the sunset and sunrise from within the clouds, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you know exactly when the next episodes of the series come out. And I will see you then.